Good morning. Welcome once again to part 6 of the Authority series. My name is Pastor Darlington Ezudo. I'll be concluding this Authority series next week in part 7. But today, listen very carefully. It's powerful. This is going to change your mindset. This is going to transform your lives and get you set for a new life of miracles. Matthew chapter 16 verse 19 tells us we have been given authority. Jesus said, I give you authority. That whatsoever the keys to the kingdom of heaven is authority. I give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind here on earth is already bound in heaven. Whatever you lose here on earth is already loosed in heaven. Do you know what this means? Every miracle usually does not start from heaven here. It starts from here, from you. So when you are fond of praying to God to do something for you, change that mindset. God is waiting for you to start something here. It is what you start here that heaven will respond to. That is why the key of authority says, whatever you bind here on earth is already bound in heaven. Heaven is only waiting to respond to what you start here on earth. You got to start it, not God. Remember, I've said it before, but let me remind you. Joshua, in Joshua chapter 10, verse 12 and 13, Joshua had a problem. He needed to defeat his enemies, but he didn't want night to come because he knew that these people were more skilled in night warfare than they were. So what did Joshua do? Did Joshua pray, God, please help us? No, Joshua did not. You know what Joshua did? He took authority here on earth. He raised his hand, commanded the star, commanded the sun and the moon to be still. What happened? Heaven responded. The sun and the moon became still. Joshua had his victory. Now let's go to Elijah. Elijah in 1 Kings chapter 17 verse 1. Elijah initiated a drought. He told Ahab that there shall be neither rain nor dew in this land except at my word. He didn't pray. Immediately he said it. God responded. Heaven responded. And a famine started. Now God told him, son, you have called for famine. Now you got to move from here to a place where you'll be drinking water by the brook. Heaven responded. Where did the miracle start? Here, with Elijah. Heaven responded. Praise the Lord. Now, Elisha did the same thing. Elisha was in Samaria for 7 years. There was famine. People were dying of hunger. Nothing happened. You know why nothing happened? Nobody took authority. But in 2 Kings chapter 7, when the king threatened to cut off Elisha's head, Elisha got scared. Elisha took authority. Elisha now commanded food in the gates of Samaria in 24 hours. What happened? Elisha started the miracle. Here, heaven responded. And in 24 hours, there was food in the gates of Samaria. The man who was leaning, the king's right-hand man, who heard what Elisha said, and it looked impossible because today women were killing their babies and eating because of the famine that was in the land. And this man is saying that within 24 hours, there will be food everywhere. How can this be? Elisha told him, because you doubted this. The man insulted God. You know what he said? Even if God opens the windows of heaven, how can this be? He doubted and insulted God. So Elisha told him, you will see it to know that God will do it, but you can't enjoy it. So what happened? Elisha started the miracle here on earth. Heaven responded. I remember about 4 years ago when I went to Honduras, Trujillo in Honduras for a revival. We have a branch there, and I always go there every year for a revival. I went with my right-hand man, Orlando Castro. That night, the villagers were always looking forward for this revival. Now, but this night, all of a sudden, before about an hour before the revival started, was to start, immediately the weather changed. A heavy rain was going to fall. If it rained, nobody will come to church. My host, Orlando's parents, they are the pastors of the church. They were worried. They said, man of God, if this rain falls, nobody's coming here tonight. I told them the rain is not going to fall. I remembered what Joshua did. This rain was threatened. I went outside. I looked up to the sky. I raised my hand up. I commanded that rain to be still. That I did not come from Los Angeles to Trujillo in Honduras to be indoors while the rain scattered the program. I told that rain, God has a mission here tonight. So I said, rain, be still until after this program tonight. Lo and behold, 10 minutes after this, I took authority. The weather cleared. We went to church. There was no rain. Immediately, the program ended around 11:30. I told Orlando, we're not going to waste time. No greetings tonight. We're entering the car. It takes about 15 minutes from the church to go home. I told Orlando, I held this rain till after this program. We got to hit home because the rain is going to fall. So we're not going to waste time tonight. Immediately, he kept people away from coming to greet and all that. We entered that car. We hit the road. Do you know what happened? The moment we entered the compound, closed the gate, it was as if the windows of heaven opened. This rain fell like crazy that night. When I held the rain, I gave it a command until after the program. After the program, the rain fell. Children of God, stop waiting for God to do things. God is waiting for you to take authority. It doesn't matter how stubborn the situation looks. It doesn't matter how impossible it seems. Believe God. Take authority. You will see the hand of God in your life. Because if you don't start it here on earth, heaven will have nothing to respond to. God bless you. Have a blessed and a wonderful week as you continue to take authority over your situations and circumstances. God cannot lie. God cannot fail. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. God bless you. I love you. Have a blessed week. And it is well with you and your family.